JinPingMei Original Version Chapter 44, Avoiding the Stablemate to Steal Gold. Playing chess and spending the night with the beauty. JinPingMei Original Version Chapter 44. Avoid the stablemate to steal gold, and play chess with the beautiful lady to spend the night. After saying that he was honoring everyone and having a drink with Mr. Fu, Wu Dajin came in a sedan chair and packed up to go home. Yunyang kept paying her money and said, "Sister-in-law, I'll stay one more night and go tomorrow." Wu Dajinzi said, "I've been staying at Kiao's house for 3 or 4 days. There's no one at home, and your brother's office has something to do. You can't stay at home, so I'll go tomorrow. Invite all the girls to come and sit at my place, and come to Basiling's house in the evening." Yunyang said, "We'll just go there later in the evening." Wu Dajinzi said, "Girl, go in the sedan chair earlier. We'll just come home with you in the evening." After saying that, he packed a box of Yung Shao and a box of steamed buns and called Anna to see Dog Guinzi home. Sister Li Gui and the other for Kotode bid farewell to Yunyang and went home. Yunyang said, "Why are you panicking? You are about to go, and you are still waiting for your father to come home. He asked me to keep you, but I am afraid that if he has something to say to you, I dare not let you go." Sister Gui said, "Dad is going to have a drink. How late will we come home? How can we wait for him?" "Mom, let me go with Sister Wu Yin first. The two of them just came today, and we have been here for 2 days. Mom is still at home and I don't know what's going on." "Hope?" Yunyang said, "Keki is your mother's hope. Can't you wait for this night?" Sister Li Gui said, "Mom, you are right. There is no one in my family, and my sister is trapped again. I would rather take it. Bring me the musical instruments and sing with my mother. Then I will let the slave go." Just as he was talking, Chen Jingji walked in, handed over the remaining reward, and said, "The Kiao family," and each family posted a reward of 1 coin on the sedan chair. They gave a total of 10 packages, weighing 3 taels. "There are still 10 packages left here. Mother accepted it. Sister Gui said, "My husband and uncle, have you seen our sedans coming outside?" Jingji said, "There are only 2 of his sedans. Yours and Sister Yin's sedans are not here. I don't know who has gone back from the front." Now, Sister Gui said, "Uncle, have you really come back? Are you trying to coax me?" Then Chen Jingji said, "You don't believe it. Just look at it. I won't coax you." Before he finished speaking, he saw the piano boy hugging him. He came into the felt bag and said, "Daddy's house is here." Yunyang said, "You didn't go there a long time ago, but now your father is here." After a while, Simon King came in, already bringing 7 or 8 cents of wine. Walking into the room and sitting down in front of each other, Dong Zhaoer and Han Yuchuan are kowtowed forward. Simon King asked Yunyang, "Everyone has dispersed. Why don't you teach him to sing?" Yunyang said, "They're begging me here and want to go home." Simon King said to Sister Gui, "You and Yin, my son, has also passed the festival. Let's send the 2 of them away." Yunyang said, "How?" "I said you don't believe it. Just like I am coaxing you." Sister Gui lowered her face in pain and said nothing. Simon King asked Dan, "Have his sedans been here?" Dan said, "Only Dong Zhaoer and Han Yuchuan as sedans are waiting." Simon King said, "I won't drink wine either. You guys bring musical instruments. Let me sing Shi Duanjin'er. Send the 2 of them to go first. There are 4 singers at the moment. Sister Li Gui plays the pipa, Wu Yin'er plays the zither, Han Yuchuan plays the ruan, and Dong Zhaoer plays the emergency drum. 1 by 1, 10 Duanjin 28 half. Wu Yunyang, Li Jiar, Meng Yulu, Pan Jinlian, and Li Pinger were all sitting in the room listening to the singing. After singing, Simon King paid his respects to Han Yuchuan and Dong Jiar and went out. Sister Li Gui and Wu Yin'er are here to rest. Suddenly, they heard Diana and Kintunger shouting in front of them, and they surrounded Li Zhaoer. The 2 singers went out, lit a lantern, mixed the grass in the stable, and led the horse to the manger. They saw Jia Huier in the second mother's room, hiding under the manger, which startled the younger one. For some reason, the younger one asked every question. "Watch him and don't say anything." When Simon King heard this, He went outside and sat on a chair under the corridor and asked King Tunger to grab the girl and kneel down. Simon King asked him, "What are you going to do in the front?" That girl didn't say anything. Li Jiao said from the side, "I don't want you to do it. So why are you going to the stable for nothing?" Seeing that he was in a panic, Simon King only said that the girl was leaving and ordered the boys to search him. The piano boy pulled him to the ground, and there was only a sliding sound, and something fell from his waist. Simon King asked, "What is it?" Diane handed it over, but suddenly, it was an ingot of gold. Simon King looked at it under the lamp and said, "It's the ingot of gold that was missing from the head. It turns out that you, the slave, stole it," he said. "I picked it up." Simon King asked, "Where did you pick it up?" He was silent again. Simon King was so angry that he ordered the piano boy to go forward to get the hammer and lift the girl up, making it sound like a pig was being killed. After beating for a long time, he knocked 20 more times. Yunyang saw that he was drunk, but she didn't dare to persuade him. The girl couldn't bear it anymore, so she said, "I found it on the ground floor of Liu Niang's room." Simon King ordered him to let go of the bag, and then ordered him and Li Jiao to take him to the house. "Tomorrow, ask the matchmaker to sell it to me immediately." "What are you doing with this slave?" Li Jiao had nothing to say and said, "You thief slave. Who told you to come forward? You went out without knowing it. You just picked up the gold in his house, which is right. Let me say something." Jia Huier just cried. Li Jiao said, "I'll beat you slave to death. And you're still crying." Simon King said, handed the gold to Yunyang, and went to Li Pingera's room ahead. Yunyang ordered Xiao Yu to close the ceremony door, and called Yu Xiao to ask, "Is this girl at the head going forward too?" Xiao Yu said, "Second Niang and Sanyang are accompanying the two eldest ladies, and they are going to Liu Niang's side. Go." And he followed. Unexpectedly, he stole the ingot of gold in his hand without knowing it. I heard my mother say in my head that my father had sent the boy to buy wolf tendons, which scared him. Otherwise, he asked in the kitchen, "Me, what are wolf tendons?" Everyone laughed and said, "Wolf tendons dare to be the tendons on a wolf. If someone steals something and doesn't take it out, the wolf tendons will be pulled out and wrapped around that person. All my hands and feet are all in one place," he said when he saw us. He must have panicked. He was about to leave after he had finished singing in the evening. When he saw someone at the gate, he hid in the horse stable. He didn't want to be picked up by the servants. "I saw it again," Yunyang said. "Go and see someone there." Little girl Z, it turns out that such a thieves-minded person is not a Taiwanese girl. Let's talk about Li Jiao leading Jia Huier into the room. Sister Li Gui said to Jia Huier, "You turn out to be a stupid child. You are 15 or 16 years old and you know some people and things, but you are so ignorant. You want me inside. You can't do it. There's no one here, so you picked up some things and quietly handed them to your mother in the house. Just take them out so that he can save you. Why didn't you look at him and write a word? What happened just now? How about I give you a beating? You're a clean silly girl. As the saying goes, wear green clothes and hug black pillars. If you are not from his house, I don't care about you. Is your mother's face any brighter when I just grabbed you like this? Again? Talking about his girl. You are not very handsome. If it were me, how could you teach him to beat the girl in my room to everyone? If you want, bring her into the room and wait for me to beat her. The girls in the front rooms are why don't you fight? Just the girl in your room. You are easy to bully, but there is no breath in your nose and mouth? If you can't wait until tomorrow, teach him to pull this girl out. And you won't be able to say anything. Say, don't tell me, wait for me. Don't teach him to lead him out and teach others jokes. Look at the Meng family and the Pan family. They're like foxes. How can you fight with him? Because her name is Jia Huier, come over and ask him, are you going out or not? The girl said, I'm not going out. Sister Gui said, if you don't go out, you must follow your mother's heart from now on. You and him must have the same plan in everything, no matter what you do. Whatever it is, leave it to him. He will also lift you up like a lantern festival. Jia Huier said, Sister, I understand. Click here to instigate Jiahuer. When Simon King walked to Li Ping'er's room, he saw Li Ping'er and Wu Yin'er sitting on the king, and he wanted to take off his clothes and go to sleep. Li Ping'er said, "Sister Yin is here. There is no place to put you. Just stay with the family." Simon King said, "Why is there no place? Your mother and son are on both sides. Just wait for me to sleep in the middle." Li Ping'er glanced at him and said, "Just tell me what to do." Simon King said, "Where should I sleep now?" Li Ping'er said, "You can go over to Six Sisters' place and sleep for the night." Simon King sat for a while, then stood up and said, "That's okay. That's okay. I won't bother you ladies. I'll just go over there and sleep in the room." Then he walked past Jin Lian. When Jin Lian heard Shi Men King come into the room, she felt like falling from the sky. She stepped forward to take off her clothes and belt with him, made the bed, laid out the silk thread, had tea, and then the two of them went to bed to rest. Li Ping'er sent Simon King out, and he and Wu Yin'er placed the king table under the lamp, laid out the chess pieces, and sat down on the chess set opposite each other. He told Yingxun, "Take a fruit box and sift a pot of sweet Jinhua wine for Sister Yin and I to eat." Yin asked, "Sister Yin, are you eating? Teach him to serve the rice for you to eat." Wu Yin'er said, "Mom, I'm not hungry, so don't ask me to serve you." Li Ping'er said, "That's fine. Sister Yin doesn't want to eat. You get a box lid, and I'll pick up some tarts in the makeup. I'll pick up 4 of them and give them to Yin. Sister, let's eat." In a moment, Yingxun took all the dishes and put them aside. Li Ping'er and Wu Yin'er played 3 games of chess, sieved out the wine, and drank to silver bells together. Wu Yin'er called Yingxun, "Sister, please hand over the pipa, and I will sing a song for you to listen to my mother." Li Ping'er said, "Sister, please stop singing." The little official fell asleep, and his father was listening again. Teach him to say, "Let's play dice." So he taught Yingxun to hand over the color basin, and the two had fun playing dice and gambling. After throwing it once, Wu Yin'er called Yingxun, "Sister, you invited the nurse over there to teach him how to drink wine." Yingxun said, "He is sleeping on the king over there with his brother in his arms." Li Ping'er said, "Teach him to sleep with the child in his arms. Just take a bottle of wine and give it to him to eat. You don't know how smart this little official is. He wakes up as soon as people leave him." One day, and I was sleeping on the king here, and his father moved a little bit here, and then he opened his eyes and woke up, as if he knew it. My grandma carried him to the room over there, and he just cried, as long as I held him in my arms. Wu Yin'er said with a smile, "Mom has a brother, and she and Dad can't even sleep together. How many days does Dad come to this house for a walk?" Li Ping'er said, "He doesn't care. He doesn't know what happens to him. There is no way to know what happened to him. He often went into the house to see if it was okay for the child, which made people angry. Bai Johnson cursed his father and the child behind their backs. Needless to say, I only told others who has anything to do with him. It would be better if he didn't come to my place." The next day, he was very mean and said that we should stop him. If he came into this room just now, I would encourage him to go out. "Sister Yin, you don't know, my family members are very talkative. Because this ingot of gold is missing today, someone has been angry since you looked at it. They teased your aunt behind and said that you should bring the gold into my house." "Why, gone, behind? I don't want the girl in your second wife's house to steal it." So it's all revealed. Otherwise, the only ghosts tied up are the girl in my house, my breasts, and Lao Feng. Feng's mother cried anxiously, just looking for death, and said, "If I don't have this gold, I won't go home." When we found the gold, we went to Deng's house. Wu Yin'er said, "Mother, that's fine, for Dad's sake. Just watch your brother and take your time, wherever you go." The auntie didn't have much to say about what happened behind, so that's fine. It's just that when other people see their mother giving birth to a brother, they're a little angry. "Dad, it would be nice if he had some masters," Li Ping'er said. "If your father and your aunt hadn't looked at him, this child wouldn't be alive today." While we were talking, you drank and I drank, and before I knew it, I sat down until the middle of the night before taking a rest. Exactly, a favorite guest never gets tired of visiting, and a close friend talks to you.
Alright, this part of the story ends here.
Want to know what happened next? Let's listen to the breakdown next time.